With unprecedented power, an Ursula Glimmer has unleashed her wrath across the realm of Lorcana. It's up to you and your fellow Illumineers to band together and defeat the Sea Witch once and for all. That won't be easy, as she has entangled many familiar glimmers who are waiting to face you and your friends in this exciting cooperative experience. Will you be able to stop Ursula from taking over the Great Illuminary before it's too late? Hello and welcome back to Lorcana Villain. My name is Baker, and today I'm going to be discussing the Illumineer's quest, Deep Trouble. On Friday, the 17th of May, I was lucky enough to be invited to the Disney store in London for the launch of Set 4 Ursula's Return. Ravensburger have run launch events at the Disney store for every set so far and always feature an artist who is available to sign cards or art prints for fans of the game. This time, however, they were also featuring the newest addition to Lorcana, the Illumineer's Quest, Deep Trouble. This is a new way to play Lorcana where, instead of playing against another player or players, you team up with them and attempt to take down Ursula, who is causing chaos in the realm of Lorcana. The quest comes ready for 1 or 2 players to get straight into the game, providing 2 full decks which in themselves contain a bunch of the new Set 4 cards to begin your collection of Ursula's Return, and would be perfectly suitable for playing games against each other, which is great if you're using Deep Trouble as a means to teach the game to new players, which I do think is a great way to do it. The package also contains Ursula's own deck, which, let me tell you, is kinda good, containing some incredible cards which would be instant staples in standard format and completely dominate the game. These cards, luckily, are not legal for standard format, but make Ursula a genuine threat who can be very difficult to take down. Not least of all because she has her own rule set which permits her to play cards without having to actually exert her ink. She still needs to ink, but if she has enough ink to play a card, she is simply allowed to play it for free. Additionally, she draws additional cards per turn depending on how many players she is facing, and increasing when she hits certain lore totals, which really builds tension as she gets closer and closer to victory. Thankfully, the game comes with 4 separate difficulty settings, allowing players to get a taste of what Ursula has to offer, or to teach the game to new players, or simply enjoy a casual game with friends and family. But for those looking for a true test, the higher difficulties offer a genuinely substantial challenge, which will most certainly require players to use their own meta decks, especially at the highest level, which the game itself recommends, along with suggesting that we tailor-make our decks to specifically counter Ursula. The game literally says, lol, try me. Deep Trouble also provides a new mechanic for Lorcana, Battlegrounds. These larger cards set the scene and dictate the difficulty settings of the game, buffing or nerfing Ursula's unique perks, as well as providing additional options for players, requiring you to pay lore to activate certain effects. As I said, the game comes ready for 2 players, but it's also fine to play alone, or even in a large group of players all piloting their own decks. What does Ursula think about taking down a monster squad of 10 plus players?
My dear, sweet child, that's what I do. It's what I live for.
Ursula's deck, along with being pretty broken from a gameplay perspective, is beautiful to look through, and almost akin to reading a briefly narrated storybook full of new, vibrant, incredible art, depicting loved Disney heroes and villains alike in their entangled forms, ready to do the bidding of the Sea Witch. The card art also contains story elements that have been woven to the narrative depicted through Lorcana cards since the first chapter, bringing a lot of story threads to their conclusion, in a story that has been subtly told piece by piece throughout the first 4 sets of the game. If you are someone who's been enjoying searching for small clues that have been pointing towards the overarching narrative and lore, just looking through these cards will be a real treat. Deep Trouble comes with Ursula's deck, 2 decks for players, a set of damage tokens. I would always advise using dice to calculate damage, but if you don't have any available, then these will be sufficient to get started. 2 double-sided battleground cards, a paper playmat to represent Ursula's play zone, showing you where you should place her various cards, a large foil illustration of Ursula, which is not necessary for gameplay, but can act as her player avatar simply for style, or just go on your personal display shelf like I've put mine. A rulebook is included which details how Ursula's turns work and her unique perks. Someone who is not an active player could operate her turns, almost like a dungeon master, but the game is made so that active players can play out her turns, as the rules specify what she will always do during her turns, eliminating human choice as a potential conflict of interest. The rules do give a brief rundown on how Lorcana is played as a base game, detailing the phases and options in a turn, explaining challenging, questing, and a key to detail what various card symbols refer to. There is enough there that I think someone who has no idea how to play the game could pick it up and get a good enough idea to run it perfectly themselves. It would benefit from having at least one player that is already somewhat familiar with the rule set, but I by no means think that it's necessary. Lastly, the game comes with your grand reward for taking down Ursula, a golden packet with something that you must keep safe from Ursula's dreaded tentacles. I won't be spoiling what's inside this packet, and I implore anyone watching, if or when you do find out, keep it to yourself. Allow as many people as possible to experience the unveiling of this reward for the first time for themselves. I genuinely love this game, and it makes me all the more excited for Lorcana as a whole. We already had this incredible card game, but extra game modes like this are so exciting. I'm so happy Ravensburger clearly willing to push the boat and really take advantage of the Disney IP, which, at the end of the day, Disney fans are fans of stories, and this is a wonderful means with which to tell a story and have a lot of fun by immersing yourself in that story directly. I mentioned that you could have someone operate Ursula from a gameplay perspective, but for anyone like me that's a fan of things like Dungeons & Dragons, roleplay, interactive experiences, this game provides an incredible opportunity to utilise those passions and interests. An experienced dungeon master playing Ursula while narrating her character, either as improvisation or simply by reading out the flavour text on each of her cards, cackling all the while, is exactly the experience I want from this game, with players simply playing the game and enjoying the roleplay experience, or getting involved themselves. Be yourself or create a colourful character of your own, interact with each other and respond to Ursula's taunting in return. Maybe this is pushing it a little bit far for some people, and that's fine. Whether you want to do just that, or just have a casual, easy game, or an intense, tactical TCG experience, Deep Trouble can accommodate. I dearly hope that Ravensburger continue to make unique experiences like this. If the plan is to do an Illumineer's quest every 4 months, with the next 4 sets slowly telling us the next Lorcana story that will be concluded with the next one, where we play a similar rule set but against the next big bad, Hades, and their own unique deck, I am so excited for that. And who knows, they've already shown they're willing to try lots of things, so perhaps there'll be even more unique game modes released in the future with different theming. Lorcana really does have so many directions it can go, and I'm so excited for its future. But for now, I'm going to go and have another try on extreme difficulty. And maybe I'll use this as a means to teach Mama Villain the game. Knowing her, she'd rather play as Ursula. I want to give another huge thank you to Ravensburger for inviting me along to try out Deep Trouble. It was a lot of fun. I also want to give a shout out and a big thank you to one of my personal close friends, Fidget, who is a very talented photographer and agreed on pretty short notice to come along with me to the media event and film a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, my IRL henchman's username is Fidget, since before I met them. Complete fantastic coincidence. If you're a Pokemon fan, then you may be interested to know that Fidget co-hosts a Pokemon podcast weekly. That will be linked down below. Go and show Fidget some love. Here are some clips of me teaming up with fellow content creator Specky as a Ravensburg rep guides us through our quest, followed by an interview with the event's guest artist for the day, Emily Abidira, who joined the cast of Lorcana artists with her first card being featured in Into the Inklands, Friend Like Me. She continues to contribute her talents to the game in Ursula's Return, with cards such as Peter Pan, and one of my personal favourites, Be King Undisputed.
She's going to be drawing 2 cards each time. However,
Broken.
you only get pulling 1, but you're pulling 1 at the same time and you're working at the same time.
Gotcha. Did he use shuffling or?
You can shuffle them.
Shuffle them, alright.
Stand
he
and
wants to
pick your
show off
7
his
cards.
Of
I'm gonna
course.
shuffle my
Ursula would have stacked, I have no doubt. Or maybe I'm stacking.
Oh wow.
Okay, so with these, you can put back, like in normal Lorcana, you can put back as many as
We
you
can
want.
mulligan.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can we work together on our mulligan?
Yes, you're working
That is all
together.
public information.
You're all working together.
okay.
Okay. Do we feel like that's good long term in a battle like this?
Probably.
That could be good to get down. I'm gonna throw that one back. I need a 1-drop.
Yeah, same.
Let's
Right,
throw
I'm
these.
keeping a curve.
Alright, cool.
Oh, I got the 1-drop dingle hopper. Let's go. That's actually
four,
popping
Spread
off.
out the hand.
5, 6, 7. Oh, bruh. Alright,
Okay.
I'm happy.
Ursula gets 2.
Roll it constantly.
Not
So-
quite constant.
Because it's 0, we can lay it, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Trident's daughter.
Ooh.
Sure.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then the other one, the second one is Prince Eric. She can't lay because she hasn't got any ink.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it into her inkwell.
Okay. Entangled. Love it.
Remember, your aim is to get to 20 lore, her aim is to get to 40.
But can we still ink once each, or is it 1 ink between us?
Ink once each.
Once
Yeah.
each. Okay.
One each turn, yeah.
I'm gonna play dingle hopper.
I will ink Magic Broom, and I will play Magic Broom.
Nice.
And pass. 1-drop broom is what we needed.
Let's against Sid, mate.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
So, because she's not a 10 yet, she's going to pull 2. So, this is 2 ink, so she can't lay it. So she's going to go in. You don't necessarily need someone here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were playing this
Yeah.
just 2 of us, we
Yeah.
would just do it just manually.
And then we've got Ursula's contract.
Ooh.
So this one is.
Cool.
So then it's your go. You ready?
All right.
Okay, let's do it. Nothing but trees in my hand here.
I'm gonna ink Rolly.
Yep.
I'm gonna play Lantern.
Oh, nice.
And then the question is, do I play Hey Hey or do I just probably?
Yeah, I think that's worth. Just get a body down.
The great thing about Hey Hey is that Hey Hey is also in this deck here.
Oh, okay.
Hey Hey is the only one who doesn't even know why he's there. He's the only one not misspelled.
That makes sense, yeah, but
Yeah.
he's entangled, but
Yeah,
he just doesn't
yeah.
understand why. Okay, so Spectre's done that. I'm going to ink another broom because I've got trees all over the hand. And I'm going to try and be big brain. I'm going to pay 2 and I'm going to put down mouse armor. And what I'll do is, so I can start questing here, can't I?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to quest for magic broom for 1, so that moves us to here, and then I'm going to exert mouse armor to give resist 1 to the magic broom.
Right. I'm thinking I can super goof
Yeah.
with Hey Hey support, removing this.
Or do 2, and then you get +4 because you
That's
won't take
true.
it first.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ink Vitasphere.
Yep.
I'm not gonna use my Lantern. I'll just go
So
super
4.
goof. I'm gonna challenge
Yep. So he goes up to 3 lore
and then challenge again.
and goes up to 5.
So that is banish, but my super goofs are damaged by 2 each.
Yeah. Oh, none of these have 2 on them. I'll tell you, wait, I have dice. So you're drawing 2 now, right?
3.
3.
Because we're at 10.
Gotcha.
Okay, so straight away she's going to get 3.
13. She's running away a bit.
I know.
Hey, hey.
There he is. And he doesn't know.
He doesn't know why he's here, neither does Ursula.
Even as Ursula.
Love Hey Hey.
Too busy considering the coconut. Who's evasive?
He is
Oh my
aggressive.
goodness. Okay.
So, and then I've got 1 more. I've only got 3 ink.
Yeah.
Captain Hook.
Oh.
But I can't
You
lay
can't play.
Captain.
Yep.
No, I've got 4 ink.
Love the card though. 5 ink.
2.
Yep. Oh, the Mad Hatter. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love that.
It's brilliant. And then, we have 1 more. We have Jetson.
Alright, her board's growing a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm questing for 4 to take me to 12. And we'll trigger these mouse armors on this Goofy for resist 2 and pass.
Second one is a 4, so we have enough for Hercules.
Yep.
Oh, look at him.
That's a unit.
Bivens is going to like
During the
that.
opposing player's turn, they may pay.
Alright, perfect.
Alright, I'll draw. got more medallion weights. I'll just slam them down, innit?
Monster card.
One, so I'm going to use medallion weights on it, so it now has 5. So I'm going to Goofy challenge Mad Hatter, which gains me 2. This is going to get banished.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, he's put the strength up with medallion weight.
But then my Goofy, I don't think I've resisted it from that.
No, it's that one that's got resist. I put it on the one with the damage counters. But you're up to 16 law.
I'm going to quest out with these.
So that puts how many? 3. So that puts you to 19.
And I'll Dingle Hoppy a magic room. There you go, mate.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm just going to quest with everything 2, 3, 4 to put me to 16.
Yeah, we're almost winning. It might just be worth standing.
Yeah. Slam it down. You reckon?
Maybe the smash.
Yeah, I could go for that. Let's double mouse armor for the goof because we're getting so much value out of that. And I'll pay 3 to smash the hey. And I'll pass. Poor hey.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Right, we've got 3. So I'm on 17.
Yep.
0. Can lay this one. I've got a 4 here, Tomatoa.
I'm going to spend 5. Dragonfire.
Oh, I love it.
Got it. Hercules, I guess?
Yeah, I think that's pretty out.
Yeah, I'll banish Hercules.
Be gone!
I'm going to quest for 3.
Push you to 22.
Which is enough, right?
Loved it, absolutely loved it. I'm so keen to look through this deck properly when I get home and see all these new arts, new cards. It's so exciting.
So, we won't actually open it, but
Oh, it's so heavy. Love it. Thank you so much for running that with us. Really appreciate that.
thank you very much.
You're amazing. Hi, I'm Lorcana Villain. We're here at the Disney store in London for the release of Lorcana Set 4 Ursula's Return, and I am joined by Lorcana artist Emily Abidira. Thank you so much for joining me. Massively appreciate it. You're here to sign cards and some nice prints for Lorcana fans that are here to get their products. But let's start off with the baseline. We're all Disney fans. Can you talk us through your history as a Disney fan, what got you into Disney, and just tell us about Emily, the Disney fan?
Absolutely. I always joke that my mum is the biggest Disney fan that I've ever met, and I was pretty much born indoctrinated into Disney.
Yep.
She would always tell this really funny story where she would lull me to sleep to the track of Robin Hood.
Aww.
Yeah, for sure. And she would literally say that I would cry every single time I didn't hear it, and to get me to just be quiet and have some
That was your happy
that
place.
was it. Robin Hood, my happy place.
To be fair, it's a beautiful score in Robin Hood, really underrated. That's amazing. And obviously, I'm sure getting the chance to now combine your love of artistry with Disney has been an incredible experience. The first card of yours was the legendary Friend Like Me, which is an iconic Disney scene. How did that feel to be handed something that's, again, it's such a big moment? Obviously, it's the genie, a love character, a big song. How did it feel when you got given that card as to do?
Just reliving the moment I got that email is amazing.
Yeah.
I remember just like seeing the tagline come up in my inbox, and my eyes just went, what have I ever seen? I was with my friends at the time, and I couldn't say anything obviously, but I was just like,
Of course.
Emily, what's happening? I can't tell you, but I'm super.
But it's going to be amazing!
Especially because that song, they didn't know this, but that song is one of the most favourite songs that I have of Disney of all time. Genie's one of my favourite characters. To start Lorcana, I was already super excited to be on the project, and then to get that as my first card, like, just set.
That's a level of trust as well. They threw you right into the deep end with, like, they had to know that this was a card that people were going to be really excited to see. As you say, it's such a legendary character. But I must admit, the card that you've done that I'm the most excited for, or that's my favourite, is coming up in Set 4 Ursa's Return, Be King Undisputed. Now, it's no surprise to fans of the channel that obviously I love all the villain cards. But yeah, I love the depiction of Scar. I think it's great that we already have the Be Prepared card, but we're getting different lines from the song, which I think is brilliant. We can get the same song for different art from different artists. Tell me, if you can, about the process of creating Be King Undisputed, and if you can tell us about the process that went into it.
So another thing, that is my second favourite song, so again,
Excellent.
my second card, and I was absolutely reeling. I went on an absolute Lion King bit. I'm not sure that my neighbours are happy with me, honestly. I'm really not. They're probably really just at my door ready to knock, because I had a karaoke party with me, myself, and I was singing that song.
You were doing the Scar and the hyenas and everything, yeah.
Obviously, being English as well, you would have really enthusiastic.
Of course. Jeremy Irons.
So yeah, I spent a long time like watching The Lion King, watching Scar, his movement, everything. I do a lot of studies, really kind of trying to understand the character and the nuances. Referencing all the model sheets, me, original animators and designers, and just like trying to really feel the character and feel those moments. So what I did with a friend like me as well is try to put a little bit of my perspective into it. Like, how do I feel when I watch the scene for like me? How do I feel when I watch Be Prepared, and try to just put a little bit of my perspective.
Of course, and try and make people look at that card and feel the same thing. Is there a detail in any of the cards that you've done, which are public knowledge, that you're particularly proud of? Something that you were like, oh, I love this edition, or this is a bit of me?
A lot of the times in my artwork, I like to do really scratchy textures, and that's why I love Illumineer as well, because with my you can see here a lot of the really beautiful pastel kind of sketchy pencil textures. So not the most fun answer, but I really, really enjoy like finding the little moments where I can be really scribbly and like kind of put my my signature little wiggles.
Yeah.
And I did that in a lot of my cards. You can't really see at the end because they're so tiny, but I know they're there.
I'm sure to a trained eye as well. I'm sure other artists can look at your work and go, oh, I like what you've done here, whereas a less trained eye might not necessarily know why it worked, but just see that it's beautiful. On that basis, talking about getting into Lorcana and becoming an artist, I'm sure there are lots of artists already out there that are doing different projects that might also be Disney fans and one they want to see their own work brought to life through a Lorcana card. What advice, if we've got anyone watching that is an artist and thinks, I want to be an artist for Lorcana, what advice would you give to them?
I would say first and foremost, prioritize what you want to draw, what makes you so happy, what makes you beaming with passion and determination and motivation. Really focus on that. If that's Disney, great, or if that's Disney adjacent, Disney inspired, do that. A lot of the times people kind of get in their head a little bit and they kind of think, what do I need to do? What do people think that I need to do?
What's expected of me? Yeah.
Rather than just focusing on what you love. And like when you focus on what you love, all of the projects that, whatever it is that you want to do, the people who are doing those projects are out there, and the more that you do what you love and the more you find your niche, it's going to become on their radar, it's going to become on their eyes, and you'll get to do that. So if that's Disney, if that's Lorcana, sketch away, watch movies, do studies, do stuff that makes you happy, and you'll get there. You will.
Put your own passion into it, and then other people will see that. Amazing. Emily, thank you so much for joining me. Again, you're going to meet a lot of fans today, sign a lot of cards. I'm excited to get mine signed. I'm excited to see future cards that you may have already worked on or be working on. Obviously, you can't talk about, but I'm sure there's some exciting things in the future coming for us to all look out for. But yeah, best of luck with the rest of your Disney career. Thank you.
I watched the video, it was brilliant.
I'm glad I won at least one game.
Did you play the tournament?
I was one of the guys. This man destroyed everyone.
What's that? Oh, set championships. And that is it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe for all things Lorcana. Hit that like button to show support, and we'll see you soon.